Hi, Prof. Today I want to talk about understanding local dynamics. Now, going into this project, I thought water remediation was going to be just about science, understanding aeration, pollution, and solutions. But I quickly realized that science is only part of the equation. The real challenge here is to understand the people. So, what I didn't expect was to step into a world where everyone was basically interconnected, and family ties heavily shaped the local political situation, from leadership to decision making. And it really shocked me as to how deeply intertwined everybody was and that the community wasn't just a collection of individuals, but rather a web of relationships, history, and even sometimes tension. Now, firstly, I want to talk about the complexity of community dynamic. On our first trip there, we interviewed this one interviewee who was openly against the Kandam. At first, it just felt like it was a political disagreement, but as we spent more time talking to him, interviewing him, we realized that these political disagreements might run beyond that. But because they live so closely to each other, it could literally be things like there's some water tank issue that he disagreed with regarding the Kandam not allowing him to have a water tank or something along the lines. And he thus has this bad impression of the Kandam, and that then extends on to other things that they do. So we realize that certain decisions and certain opinions, they carry the weight of history and relationships. And it wasn't just as straightforward as a we want to come in and clean the water situation. And then there was also the Kandam himself. During official meetings, he was really composed and serious, carrying the weight of the responsibility. But during the merit making event, I saw a completely different side of him. He was laughing, becoming more at ease, and the way he interacted with the community members was really different from the way he interacted with us. He treated them as his peers, essentially. And it just made me realize how the roles and expectations shape how people present themselves, depending on the space that they're in. So, understanding more about the local dynamics, right? Initially, when we came here at the start, I kind of thought that we would be neutral problem solvers, collecting data, applying solutions, and making an impact. But in such a close-knit community, I realized that neutrality doesn't really exist. Every action, relationship, and decision was part of a bigger story that we had to respect and understand. Things like coming into it, the optics of people viewing us as being part of the Kandam, because it's the Kandam who is showing us around. It is the Kandam's family whom we associate with. In fact, Bapit herself is the Gundam's aunt. So our very presence, who we spoke to, how we framed our project had weight and reflected on the larger optics. And this project then became more about navigating relationships, trust, and understanding existing community structure. So we had to rethink about how we approach the engagement of the community, not just as researchers, but as people who's entering their world. So this experience overall reshaped how I see community-driven work. Science gives us solutions, but understanding the people determines whether or not those solutions actually work. Every community is more than just data points and problems to be solved. They are made up of individuals, relationships, histories, and tension. Thank you.